What's up, Niagara? Chris Somerfield here from the Davis and Delot team for another great episode. And I'm sitting here with Aaron from Code Ninjas.
How's it going, guys?
Now, those of you that might not know what Code Ninjas is, Code Ninjas is essentially a day camp for kids to learn coding. Isn't that right?
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. So we offer day camps right now in the summer season. Our main curriculum is actually a drop-in program for kids to come in after school hours in the evenings. We do 2 hours a week. So they come in, they drop in 2 hours a week, separate days. And they learn the fundamentals of coding through building their own video games.
That's awesome. Their own video games.
Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty sweet.
That's really cool.
Yeah, man.
So how, and you're brand new to St Catharines, essentially, right? This is the brand new business?
Oh, it's brand new pretty much to Canada right now, which is
really?
awesome. Yeah, so Code Ninjas started in the States about 4.5 years ago.
Okay.
It started off in Houston, Texas, and is blown up. There's over 400 centers in the States right now, which is amazing.
Wow, and there's a big demand for learning to code, right?
Yeah, it's massive, absolutely. Especially in the last couple of years, there's been a demand of actually bringing it into the curriculum, almost teaching it as another literacy aspect.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So just as English and French, you'd have coding, you'd have programming.
Yeah.
There's an interest. There's obviously an interest, and we have these kids that are just unbelievable what they do. We want to kind of direct them in the way.
Yeah, nice. I always thought, you always kind of see it online. You see people kind of concerned or upset that, they don't teach cursive in school anymore. But really, that seems like a dead language, and the new language is coding. It seems like that's what should be replacing cursive in schools.
Absolutely, and you can see that gradual transition in schools right now. We don't have the chalk and slate blackboards anymore. It's all smart boards.
That's true.
The kids have Google Drives that they submit their work to their teachers. Their teachers can access them whenever they can.
Right.
That level, we're in the age of information.
Yeah.
We're in the age of communication.
Yeah.
Right. So we're trying to adapt to that.
Yeah. I mean, in the real estate world, we kind of experienced that too, because over the last couple of years, we've gotten more into online brokerages and using DocuSign for electronic signatures. Exactly. There have been times where, I've only been in the business close to 5 years. I've only ever presented an offer maybe twice in person. Otherwise, I've done deals with plenty of agents that I've never met face to face.
Wild.
But great. That kind of speaks to the demand for coding and the digital media, right?
Very much, yeah. And we find that we're hitting a niche market. Our program runs for ages as young as 7 years old, and goes up to around 14. The reason we chose that demographic is that even though there are classes and options for these kids in schools, it's not enough.
Yeah.
So a lot of our school boards, they present classes with, hey, someone's coming in for a week to maybe teach you a bit of coding, and then you don't see them for the rest of the school year.
Wow. Okay.
So it's not as prevalent in the class curriculum.
Okay.
What we want to do is, we know it's there in the secondary curriculum, but we have these kids that love tech, but may not be exposed to it if they don't have that parent that's at home that has that background, or maybe an overzealous teacher that wants to bring in the robots into class.
Yeah.
Right? So what we want to do is prep them so that when they go to high school, they want to take that risk of joining the robotics team or joining the coding team or getting into game design, where the doors are open there in high school. But if they're not exposed to it before, they'll probably just walk right by that door.
Right. Have you found that you sometimes end up getting kids walking through the door and maybe you've already experienced a little bit of coding themselves, maybe some self-taught stuff online already? Or?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's amazing. And what's really neat is because we frame it around. So I have a computer science background and a new media web design background.
Yeah.
I learned coding from matrix style lines of code, just sheets and sheets and sheets.
Yeah.
When you can tell them, hey, what do you like to do? And they love playing video games. They love playing Lego Roblox. They love playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, listen, I know you play a lot of this, but let's put you behind the screen.
Wow.
Let's teach you languages that built those games.
Yeah.
And their eyes light up, and the parents' eyes light up too.
Yeah.
Right? Because then we talk about that productive screen time aspect as well.
Yeah. And it's probably getting more prevalent too with esports and stuff, with kids getting really into video games in the digital world, that you have the ability to kind of peel back the curtain and say that there's more to it than just being on YouTube. You could actually develop something to actually amplify that.
It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely crazy because I remember being a gamer in high school and lugging my big PC around and going to a buddy's house
for a little LAN party and
getting it through, right? And that's evolved to Wembley Stadium in London, England, selling out 92,000 people watching 6 kids play Fortnite.
Yeah. Wow.
Right? Like it's like literally sitting there watching six 13-year-olds play Fortnite with a cash prize of over $10 million.
Yeah,
Like
it's crazy.
It's the esport thing is massive.
Yeah.
That's the one side of the coding aspect, but then you can talk about science and medical equipment and coding's everywhere.
Yeah, I guess
Right,
so.
you
Yeah,
go
yeah. So if I was a kid and I was to enter Code Ninjas for the first day and I walk into the doors, like what do I expect in that first day?
So what's really cool about Code Ninjas is that we really embraced the ninja motif.
Yeah, okay.
So you walk into our center, and our classrooms are our dojos.
Nice.
Our students are ninjas.
Yeah.
We call them ninjas, and our instructors, my staff, are senseis. So we really get it through.
Yeah, nice.
We have a tiered belt system, just like any martial arts.
Really?
Yeah. So you start from that white belt, you work your way up to black belt, and
That's so cool.
So we take that cloth belt that you wear on your waist and actually give you an RFID silicone bracelet.
Oh, wow.
It's got a chip in there, so that Ninja Chris would walk into the dojo and tap his desk, and it would say, "Welcome, Chris. You have 60 minutes left in your class."
Wow.
You would be escorted into the dojo with one of the senseis, because there's a big red stop sign on the door saying senseis and ninjas only. This is a creative space. Parents got to sit in the lobby. The kids
Really?
kind of like that little bit of separation as well, and know that that's their home. That's their home for the next hour. Parents can come into the lobby, enjoy a coffee, kind of hang out, and then on the same lobby screen, it'll show what their child, Sensei Chris, has 45 minutes now left until they're done. So maybe they can step out and get some groceries done, or go grab a bite or something like that too, and then come back in.
Nice.
When they sit down, they're going to get a laptop and a mouse. They log in, and we start our curriculum. Our curriculum is built from white belt to black belt.
Right.
We start from the rudimentary basics of Scratch coding. Are you familiar with Scratch at all? Or?
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing.
So Scratch coding's what it is. It's a graphical based JavaScript.
Okay.
So instead of having JavaScript with a bunch of different codes, what we have is blocks. These colorful blocks. So the yellow blocks are variables, orange blocks are parameters, and you have them through. And they'll be able to stack these blocks and actually code.
Okay.
It's a little bit more visual, especially for the 7 and 8-year-olds that come through, that they may not need to know the if and then and this. But if they see, okay, there's a yellow block stacked over a red block, stacked over an orange block, I can mimic it, at least get an output and understand what's going on from there.
Okay, nice.
As the belts progress, we introduce robotics into it.
Nice.
So in the block coding that gives you a little bit of visual on the screen can actually now become a physical interpretation of your coding.
Yeah.
We'll do drone battles, robot obstacle courses. It gets me more excited than the kids. I think.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds awesome.
You get to play.
Hang on. So, what entails a drone battle? Like, what is a drone battle?
Yeah. So we actually have we have RoboMasters. I don't know if it's RoboMasters. They're based out of China. They were used as almost like Robot Wars. Remember Robot Wars? When you
I
had
do.
To build sort of big robots.
Yeah.
Well, these robots are about 2 by 3 feet, and they go in teams of 6.
Okay.
The robots we have a set of 2 right now. They have an infrared camera on the front. They have HD GoPro pretty much camera on the front, giving you a first-person view.
Nice.
And it's fully wireless or fully Bluetooth, meaning that we could be in this room, and downstairs in an arena, you could be controlling the robot and seeing it like you're sitting inside a tank.
That's so awesome.
It's got a turret on there that shoots little non-lethal pellets. Little foam pellets, and then also has a infrared laser as well. So if you wanted to not have to clean up a big mess of pellets, you could just do a little
almost like laser tag.
Laser
right?
tag,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay, gotcha.
It's got sensors on the side there that when you hit them enough times, it starts disabling wheels, It's really, really cool.
That's cool.
So to be able to offer that kind of robotics and that kind of physical interpretation of coding is amazing, because they could just control it with a remote control. But what we do is we actually get them to code the robot to do certain actions.
Yeah.
So your opponents are going to have the exact same robot as you. So in order to get an edge, you need to write some code that maybe when you get shot on the right side, you strafe to the left and fire right away.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So it depends. So that's what's going to put you the edge in the fight. What's really cool is that all the centers in Canada right now have a pair of these robots.
Oh, nice.
And we're hoping for this regional kind of competition.
Oh
that
yeah,
we
I was
could
just gonna
probably
ask
try to
if
do.
like you guys have some sort of competition going
We're
on amongst each
trying.
other.
Yeah, we're that's something a little bit later down into the road there.
Yeah, yeah.
Once we get our feet wet a little bit.
Awesome.
But yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you have your day camps.
Yeah.
You have drones and robots fighting each other.
Yeah.
I know you guys do birthday parties as well. Right?
We do.
Yeah.
So it got me so excited, so stoked when we opened up our center. So a lot of the Code Ninja centers go in to shopping plazas.
Right.
And they have a lot of already predetermined design layouts.
Okay.
It's usually a lobby and a dojo, and it caters to it. What we were able to do is we're opening up in the newly built Activityplex that's going in on Dunkirk Road.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a one-stop shop for parents. We can talk about that a little later
Yeah.
with it too. But what's cool is when, where was I going with that?
The birthday parties.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So when we go with the birthday parties, we actually have a big dojo that holds 48 children, a small dojo that holds 12,
Yeah.
and then we have a separate party that has a 6-screen video wall.
Wow.
Separate room holds a 6-screen cascading video wall, and each of those screens are connected to either a PS4 or an Xbox.
Oh, nice.
And so these kids can just come in and do video game birthday parties.
Yeah.
They can do coding. So what usually our birthday party entails is usually 2 to 3 hours. We'll do a couple hours of coding.
Yeah.
Video games. You can get some snacks in there and
Yeah.
hang out, and it's
Nice.
a sweet time.
Yeah.
So it's great for kids, and then it'll offer that option later to maybe open it up for an evening for high school competitions or high school gaming night or something.
Yeah,
like that too,
yeah,
right?
I guess so, eh?
we-
Yeah, I was
we
just
don't-
thinking like the evolution of the McDonald's birthday party is long gone, right? So like you just kind of
Yeah,
got
this-
from, you just blew it out of the water.
You
with,
get out of
like-
that play place.
yeah,
You get out of the play place.
Yeah, yeah.
And smash it up. Yeah, no, it's sweet, man. It's gonna be good. We're hoping for putting in a VR system in there too, and
Nice.
it's all the toys that I really want to play with.
Yeah,
And I can kind of just say, oh no, I need it for the
yeah,
company.
it needed for the
Really
company.
need it
Yeah,
for the
good,
company, yeah.
smart write-offs.
You know, just
yeah.
gotta, and I gotta test it out too. You know,
Yeah, that's
gotta
right.
Make sure the kids
Yeah,
are enjoying it.
you're
so
being
it's-
responsible.
That's what I'm trying to bring it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, it's awesome.
So you say you're going to be in that Plex, and there's going to be other businesses going there as a one-stop shop. Like, what does that mean?
So what's sweet is so Activityplex. There's one in Burlington, and there'll be one coming in London as well. We're graced to have one in St Catharines, one of a kind. So it's a one-stop shop for parents. You walk into the Activityplex as a member, there's a little registration desk, and there are about 5 to 6 different tenants that cater to children. So we have Playtown in there. That's a creative space for younger kids to go in there and walk into a made-up fire hall, and they can
Okay.
creative play and be a firefighter.
Yeah, yeah.
Go into a medical area and be a doctor.
Nice,
Right, little things
okay.
like that. We have a dance studio that's going in there. There's a martial arts studio going in there.
Oh, okay.
There is a full American Ninja Warrior course going in there.
So you have Code Ninjas,
Yeah.
you have martial art ninjas,
Yeah.
and then you have
Ninja Warrior.
Ninja Warriors.
Yeah, it's a lot of
ninjas going
A lot
on.
of ninjas.
Yeah, yeah,
Just enough ninjas.
yeah. But you guys got the robots.
But we got the robots, and we're perched up on the second floor.
There you go. Yeah.
So we're away from
little
any
higher up, yeah.
physical.
Good.
Through.
Good,
We
good.
could probably bring the robots down and put up a fight. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we have that, and then there's also actually a fitness studio catered to the parents, which is really cool model as well. So the parents could drop off their child.
Okay.
And then go do a little fitness class.
Awesome.
There's be a coffee shop in there as well, and it's good.
Great.
What's neat with that is it's a lot of cross promotion.
Yeah.
It's great for the city.
Yeah.
Because I know having 2 kids, trying to organize and coordinate activities in the evening,
Yeah.
you could take up 4 or 5 days
Yeah.
just by doing that. But if
Yeah.
you have one stop to get both of them done,
Yeah.
then why not have that opportunity?
Yeah, it's really smart. It's really smart to kind of group all those things together. So then you have like these after school or weekend
Right.
events so you can bring your family to, and you're not picking and choosing times for certain people. If one person
Exactly.
wants to go do the Ninja Warrior, they can go do it. Someone wants to learn martial arts, they can go do it. If they want to come do coding, they have that there too, right? So it's
Yeah.
smart.
So we're
Smart.
gonna try to do a little bit of cross promotion between the two and see if we can work together on a
Yeah.
couple of
For sure.
maybe a code Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, yeah,
a little
exactly.
amalgamation between, but we'll see. But no, they're great. All the tenants are great, and we're just blessed to have be in that area. It's just it's awesome. It's great for the city.
Yeah.
like just knowing through this, I know there's a lot of pockets of great programming available.
Yeah.
But to be in that spot there.
Yeah.
With Code Ninjas, what's awesome is that we're one of a kind. So there, like you said, there are STEM programs There are a lot of places that go to schools and visit schools.
Yeah.
And it's more of a traveling playground kind of atmosphere. So
Gotcha.
they're in and then they're out. They're
Yeah.
in and then they're out. What we had alluded to before about talking about day to day for a ninja to come in. When you come in, you're coming into your space. You're coming into your desk. You're
Yeah.
coming in to see your sensei, your favorite sensei that
Yeah.
come in. It's those relationships. That
Yeah,
make
and
it
you're
so
cultivating an atmosphere of creativity, which a lot of kids, that when they're developing coding, sometimes they kind of need that, right? You just need kind of like an opportunity to just kind of play around, and that's what you're kind of giving them, but like also giving them the guidance and structure they might need to move forward with their skills, right?
Exactly.
So
And it goes hand in hand the way we do it. So we always tell parents, it's not, it's self-driven but not self-taught,
yeah,
right? So
Okay.
they go at their own pace. Some child may finish it in their first belt in 3 months. Some may take
Right.
4 months.
Okay.
Right. They go at their own pace. They figure out what they want to do. So it's not a classroom setting.
Mm-hmm.
You just come in and get it done. And then if you have a question, or we tell our senseis all the time, don't answer the question right away.
yeah,
Try to get them to answer the question for them, right? And
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
it out. So I figure out the problem. And work through it, because especially at that age, they need to cultivate that creativity.
Yeah, for
they
sure.
need to cultivate that problem solving, deductive reasoning, and critical thinking.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
It's imperative. So you're learning life skills at the end of it, right?
Yeah.
You're learning those spots that even if they're not a coder at the end,
Yep.
they could be great in sciences, they could be great in math, they could be great in any other field,
Yep.
because they have those built-in.
They
life
spent a little bit of time at Code Ninjas and kind of
it.
developed a little bit of
Absolutely.
like problem solving, a little bit of artistic flair, and just maybe the confidence that they probably needed to move forward with something, right? So
Very much, and it's just like we had a big push for physical literacy a few years back, where we were saying that children weren't inclined to play a certain sport because they didn't want to. Well, it's if I didn't want to play baseball, not because I didn't want to, it's because I didn't know how to throw a ball. Right? So you have to learn those fundamentals.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. These kids will be presented with these opportunities in high school, but they may not feel confident in doing that because they never learned the fundamentals, the ABCs of coding.
yes, yeah,
So what's really cool with this is that in that white belt to black belt, they work their way through. They get through pretty tough levels of coding. We work through Lua and C#, which are the engines and platforms and languages for Roblox and
Yeah.
Minecraft. So they're literally building those kind of games, working on mobile apps.
nice.
When it comes to black belt, they'll actually have almost an independent study unit. It lasts a full year, that black belt.
Oh, okay.
And they create their own game or mobile app.
Really?
We help them with it as far as polishing it up and
Yeah.
get it where they want it to be.
Yep.
And then we monetize it and publish it on either the Google Play Store or App Store.
Nice.
And so there's a couple right now that are in the States because they're a little bit older than us to go through the whole curriculum. There's
Right.
a couple black belts on there that could be 13 years old,
Yeah.
have a mobile app, getting paid for it, and going into high school with not just an interest in coding, but something tangible that they could show their tech teachers.
Wow. Yeah,
Which
that's
is-
intense.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, man.
That's great. So I know you only allow people or kids up to 14 years old, but are you interested in hiring or getting a 35-year-old in there to maybe
Why, do you
try-
have any in mind? You're thinking of any
Well,
in mind?
I don't know. I'm just thinking back to my computer classes, and we
yeah.
played a lot of cross country on MS-DOS, and like I really couldn't use too much of that now, right? So
No, there's not much transferable skill in harvesting that wheat.
no, I keep dying of dysentery, and I really can't do
exactly
much with that. So
No, absolutely. You know what's funny is it's awesome you say that. So we have that 7 to 14, and Code Ninjas right now is working on betas for a junior program, which they've released already. That goes for the younger kids,
Yeah.
a little bit less about the literacy background, but more just creative thinking and getting them ready to jump into that white belt.
Yeah.
And then we're calling aptly named the Code Ninjas Pro
Okay,
version for the 15 to 99 demographic.
15 to 99.
You know, that's
Wow, that's a big gap.
it's a big
Yeah, that's a real big gap.
yeah. So it opens it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But what we do is we're trying to look at it and almost. Have you ever heard of like the language apps, second language like Duolingo
Yes.
or Rosetto or
Yeah, Rosetta Stone, yeah.
Yeah. So the apps that they do it is almost like instead of going through a class for an hour, you may get a notification being like, "Hey, answer these 3 questions right now," and you answer these 3 questions, and then you're done for the day. So it's like they understand people can't sit in a class and go through it. So it's all we're trying to figure out what way we can impact, like because in the end of it, some of these kids know more than their parents.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
why not strengthen the whole household in that,
Yeah,
in that technology?
absolutely.
Because it's only going to help the kids at the end of it.
Yeah.
When the kids can talk to the
Yeah.
parents and be able to help
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, the kid programs are great, and I think that there might be a demand for adults. I think probably like me that would be interested in learning coding, because I find myself somewhat technically inclined. Like I know how to use a computer for the most part, but like if you told me how a website was put together, I couldn't tell you.
Right.
And we never had a program like this before, or we had nothing going on in school that could have taught me up to that point. So being able to kind of do something like that would be very insightful, I think.
It's very much so. I think what it kind of leads into the next bit too is that there was a big announcement that was released about our school systems and the acknowledgement of coding in our curriculum.
Yeah.
Which was massive.
Yeah.
It was a huge step forward for us. It was a huge step forward for coding in general.
Yeah.
So what we're hoping to do is to help out our school boards, especially in the Niagara region, to talk and be like, hey, listen, we could easily come in and do a couple classes. I've visited a couple classes last year, dropping in and doing an hour or so.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But there's really no retention there as far as like just come and say, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, like you said, it was like that traveling show,
That's
like the other ones. Yeah,
That's it. But what we want to do is go to the admin and say, hey, listen, you know what? Let's do a professional development day for your teachers, and I'll come in and I'll teach you Scratch coding.
Yeah.
I'll teach you, the teacher, Scratch coding.
Yeah.
And now you have that medium, that base
to
build that curriculum on.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's going to come down the pipe. Like
Yeah.
we were hoping that, we were thinking that it would come later, and now it was announced recently, and so we're chomping at the bit to be a part of it, right?
Yeah.
Because we're one of the few in the area
Yeah.
to offer it, and we offer that physical space as well.
You already have the foundation built for the curriculum to actually follow through for several years with
That's
kids,
it.
right?
Yeah.
And you essentially set them up for success for the most part, because they end up going into school, and most of them end up essentially continuing on with that, right?
And the 7 to 14 is just the grade 1 to 8 pretty much.
Yeah.
Right? And then we have that continuum process of, hey, you're 14, you're 15 now. We're going to politely age you out of this program, even though you may not have hit black belt now. But how about you drop a resume off?
Yeah.
Because
so I was going to ask, like, so is that how you kind of come around with getting the senseis in? Like, are they usually somewhat, like, I guess not here, but elsewhere, they would probably be the graduates of the program that would probably come back.
There are definitely some. That would be my goal. Mm-hmm. I think that's your strongest sensei is someone that's come through the system. Yeah. Right? So we'd have that opportunity to be able to, they know how it works. They know how to work with the kids. They've had problems with the kids. They've had those problems that the kids have already experienced. Yeah. Right? And they can come through that way.
Yeah, nice. Do you have, is it like some sort of like apprenticeship program through like Niagara College or Brock or anything like that? Or is it just?
So we used just a job site. Posted it last year. Yeah. We got great candidates. Right now we have a team of nine senseis. Nice. And they range from middle post-secondary to first or second year university. Yeah. There's a great mix of very strong tech and robotics and STEM. Yeah, okay. And then there's also very strong in working with children. Okay. Because that's the balance that we need. Yeah. Right? It's great to know your chops. It's great to be able to build your own video games. But if you can't convey that excitement or be as clear as with your steps to a 7-year-old.
Yeah, I guess when you put it like that, it's a very specific type of person that you'd be looking for that would need to fit that mold, right? Because I think you can think of what you would think a coder would look like, and they don't necessarily seem like the type of person that would be very good with kids or vice versa. But
and that's what it is. And we want to make sure that like like exactly like you said, there's that face of a coder. Yeah. Right? There's face of that. And we want to make sure, we want to say to people, everyone codes. Yeah. Everyone indirectly codes. Everyone indirectly experiences coding. Everyone's told Alexa to play a song in their living room. Yeah. Right? Everyone's talked to technology. Everyone's interacted with it. So we understand it that way. It's pretty sweet. But no, our senses are great. We have a couple that are in robotics teams in high schools. Yeah. So they have that robotics just down pat. It's awesome. Nice. We have a couple that have a child care background or a child education background. Great. Which is awesome. We have one that was helping out in kids camps. So you have a lot of multifaceted and multi-strength staff. Yeah. You don't need all the staff to be great at one thing. Yeah. You want to make sure that you're spread through.
I'm sure you guys end up working as a team to kind of build the strengths of each other, right? So awesome. So what's coming up for Code Ninjas for the rest of the year?
So, it's been pretty hectic.
Yeah.
As is everywhere.
As is everything and everywhere, yeah.
Yeah. We are in the midst right now. My co-owner, he's also our general contractor.
Yeah.
He has been working day in and day out
Yeah.
at the site right now, making sure that things are going up. We're getting their paints up, TVs are up,
Nice.
wireless is getting sorted. We're getting there.
Yeah.
It's good. What's cool and we're excited about is we are hoping to open our doors by the end of the month, which would be
Yeah.
incredible.
Great.
Right now we're offering a lot of virtual stuff too, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool.
Yeah, perfect.
With our counterparts in the States being at a different level in this situation right
Yeah.
now, the Canadian franchisees all kind of came together, which I'm super proud of.
Yeah.
In true Canadian fashion, we
Yeah.
were just like, let's all get together, pool our resources and try to be a part of this, something good. So we offered virtual summer camps.
Great.
And we pooled our sources, so we could have Niagara kids jumping in a Roblox course that's being led by a sensei in Halifax.
Oh, nice.
It's being
Okay.
led by a sensei in Manitoba.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Right? So it's pretty neat. The same message being across. So we're helping each other out that way because we know that right now it's tough. We've had to furlough staff. So our resources are a little bit limited. So we want
Yeah.
to make sure that we're opening up well and go through. But yeah, no, it's coming up. Next couple of weeks are going to be pretty hectic.
Light at the end of the tunnel, right?
There is.
So, yeah,
There was a very dim light before, and it's getting brighter.
It's
now.
getting bigger and brighter.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to get in there, man. I just like when people ask what Code Ninjas is, and I have to explain it.
Yeah.
I love this. I love talking about
Yeah.
it. But I would love even more if you asked me what Code Ninjas was, and I stopped you right there, and I was like, "Let's get in
Let's
the car
go.
and let's just go see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Let's go and see it. Come and see it, and then take a look at this party room and tell me you want to
Yeah.
leave."
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, my birthday is going to be in a few months, so
Cool.
hopefully I'll be able to book a party
We'll
room.
see if
So.
we can get you in there. We'll see if we can get you in there.
Where can people find you? Where can people find information on Code Ninjas?
Awesome. Yeah. CodeNinjas.com
Yeah. Okay.
is our main franchise website.
Yep.
Right from there, there's a location to track our center down. So look under
Nice.
St Catharines.
Yep.
You'll find us, and then after that, when you get to our specific page, you'll see all the camps that we offer.
Yeah. Okay.
The programs that we offer. We offer the birthday parties. We offer parent night outs, which are really cool. I wanted to talk about that too. Yeah, parent night outs are sweet. So it's like a Friday night drop in.
Okay.
And so a lot of parents are saying, "Oh, well, like parents' night outs, like it's for us." I'm like, no. Like you drop your kids off and you get to have
And
a
you go.
parent night out.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
You know,
Okay.
which is sweet.
I
So
see.
we actually have it from 7 to 10 in the evening on Fridays. The
Yep.
kids come. It's more open play. They can just go and play with a robot if they want.
Yeah,
We'll have a
okay.
couple games and a couple snacks. Maybe watch a little movie or something like
Yeah.
that. And the parents can go and just hang out and grab a bite. Or go
Nice.
get groceries done. Or go just be without kids for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
That's great.
So yeah, we have all these little options. You can find that on the website that way.
Okay.
Our social media is our game that we try to communicate as much as.
Sure.
So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
We have Code Ninjas SC is our handle. So
Yeah.
hit us up, follow us up. We got a great base right now, and people are just sharing. And it's Niagara's really come together, I think, in this time as well.
Yeah.
About supporting local.
Yeah.
About helping each other. So I appreciate you guys as well.
Yeah, I
Giving
mean,
the spotlight.
100%. I
It's
mean, this
awesome.
is one of the reasons why we started this podcast,
Yeah.
right? Is because we wanted to be able to kind of give back to the community that's given to us so much.
Awesome.
And I mean, the timing probably ended up amplifying that to be able to kind of have members of the community and business owners to kind of come in and kind of talk about not only what they offer, but what they're going through right now. So being able to talk to you about Code Ninjas and seeing what's going to be coming down the pipeline is very exciting.
It is. It's awesome, man.
Yeah. So awesome. Thanks so much, Aaron. Appreciate your time
I appreciate
today.
it, buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks so much.
That's what's up, Niagara.
Take care, guys.